Welcome to another video on art journaling processes. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get your creativity flowing by asking a question and simply paint some fun circles. Art journaling is an important practice in my life. Sometimes I sit down to page through my art journals, and every time I do this, I feel amazed at the stories each page tells. They are my stories. I also sometimes go back to my art journals when I need ideas or to find inspiration or for inner guidance. And remember, it is important to fill your art journal with meaningful pages that truly feel like you. And you will discover that this magical source of inspiration could ripple out into the rest of your life. Art journaling is not just about art. It is also about writing and expressing yourself and finding inner guidance. Your art journal is really for you to feel good, to relax, and to have fun playing in your journal. Your journal is also a great place to process emotions that we don't have words for. Expressing our emotions, especially when they are a bit raw. Your page doesn't need to feel like a finished work. It just needs to feel honest, telling your truth. That is all that matters. It happens to all of us that sometimes we feel we want to play in our art journals. We feel we want to create something, but then we find that we feel a bit stuck. So one way to overcome this is to simply ask a question. A question like, how do I feel? And this might set your creativity in motion. So when you ask the question, how do I feel? You can come up with answers like grateful, or I feel happy, sad, scared, curious, whatever comes up for you. So then what you can do is write this in pencil, or write in pencil how you feel on the page that you will be creating on. This can be one word that you can write big on the page, or a paragraph, or you can fill the whole page with your journaling. You should do what feels right for you in the present moment. Remember, this is just for you. You will anyhow be covering this up with paint or collage or whatever else when you create your page. So you can go all out. And this writing would already create some kind of texture on your page, which is interesting. Now for creating your page, I find that an easy way to loosen up when I feel stuck is to just paint circles of different sizes all over the page. You can use whatever art materials you have available, like watercolors, acrylic paint, crayons, whatever you have is good. Now, choosing your colors, I would suggest that you do this intuitively. Choose colors that you are attracted to in the moment. And then, to make the page your own, you can doodle over the circles. Doodling means just take, for instance, a black pen and scribble over the pages, drawing over the circles. You can draw flowers, you can draw more circles over what you've already done. You can also select words or phrases from your earlier journaling and write them over your circles wherever they want to go onto the page. You can also page through magazines and cut out a picture or pictures that resonate with you, and this you can page as a focal image on your page. So I will now show you what I have created with using the suggestions that I just gave you, and this might give you some ideas. So see you in the next clip. So now I'll take you through my process, the process that I described to you earlier in this video. I will be working in my Canson mixed media journal, and so what I usually do is I just take a moment to become still. I close my eyes and I ask the question, how do I feel? And then I don't necessarily wait for an answer, but the answer will arrive in its own time. And what comes to me immediately now is that I'm grateful. I'm very grateful. So what I will be doing now is I'll write the word grateful in pencil here on my page. I will be creating my page on the right side here. So I'm just going to write grateful. Grateful. And now I will continue to write. It's not important for you what I write because you will write from your own inner space exactly how you feel or whatever words come up for you. I try not to involve my head, but rather than to write from my heart. So I'll just continue this process and I'll speed up the video so that you can just see the process, but it's not necessary for you to see exactly what I write. So I'll just continue. Okay, so you probably noticed I kept on writing. I don't put full stops and commas, or I don't separate the sentences. I just write spontaneously, without thinking about grammar or spelling or anything. Just as it comes to me, I wrote it down. So now I'll just take a moment to reflect on this, on what I wrote, and then I'll see you again for the next step. So I'm back, but in fact it's the next day. Yesterday when I said to you I'll see you later, I suddenly felt that I wanted to linger a little bit more, to remain a little bit more with this feeling of gratitude. So that was one thing, and the other thing was there was a lot of clutter around me, and I just felt that maybe it would be better to carry on the next day. So here I am, and I want to mention two things about that. What I just said is when you feel a little bit tired, or your inner voice is telling you something, you should listen. It's not necessary to actually finish a journal page in one sitting or in one day. So listen to your inner voice. You can always carry on the next day, later the same day or the next day. And the other thing is, I said there was too much clutter around me. That's also important. Make sure that your working space is calm and comfortable, and that you feel good in your working space. So now I'm ready. What is important for you when you are going to start painting is to also have all your materials ready. Have it around you so that you don't have to get up to fetch something. If it happens, it's not a problem, but it's better to have everything around you so that you can get into the flow of creating and just relax into what you are doing. We are just going to, or I'm just going to paint circles, and I'm going to use my new color 2 water-soluble crayons for that. All my colors. I'm not sure which colors I will be guided to use. And I have my brushes here, the brushes with water reservoir. So what I'll do now, I'm going to start painting. I'll film a little bit of this. Then I'll stop the video and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm finished. So I've got all my colors here. I've just drawn with the new color 2 crayons. And just a comment about the colors. I had there were a few moments where my brain or my mind said, what? You're using warm colors. You don't even like some of these colors. But I just kept going because that means it comes today. There is a reason why I needed to color to use these colors. So trust your heart, trust your inner voice, and send your mind on vacation. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just to use my brushes to blend all the colors. So see you in a bit. And I'm back again. As you can see, I blended the colors, and this was so relaxing. I really enjoyed it. I was listening to a CD called Zen Notes, Music for a Quiet Hour, while I was doing this. The CD is by Shastro and Nadama. And yes, it was just so wonderful, and just to feel the colors come alive. What a wonderful experience. What I want to point out to you at in this moment, or at this point in the process, is, can you see that certain words stand out? Grateful, I feel, there's happy, I receive, there's the word sanghas, there's the word thank you, there's the heart, and there's thank you. So when that happens, I usually take advantage of it, and I might emphasize these words that I pointed out to you, because I always feel that these words are telling me something. That's part of the art journaling process, and yes, listening to our inner voice. So for the next step, I'll continue working on it now. As I said to you, what you can do is to either take a pen, like the Posca pens, or another ink pen, white or black if you want to, and you can just scribble over your circles, draw flowers, or draw completely something over this background, so to speak. You can leave it as like this. That's already absolutely fine. Or you can cut out some pictures and do some collage on it. So I will continue with my page, and then I'll show it to you when it's finished, and I'll tell you what I did. So see you later. And here I'm back, another new day, and I just want to show you how far I got yesterday. So I actually used very little or very few art materials. So first of all, for the writing, I used black and white Posca pens, and also did I use it? Oh yes, also to go around here. I'll explain to you how I did this later. So I used the Posca pens also there, and to draw these spirals. So I'll explain to you the spirals. So what I did was I also added, oh, I must just fetch that. I forgot, I also used a gold Posca pen, and first of all I went around with a white Posca pen, then with a black, and then with a gold, and that's the effect that I got. And the colors are different because the colors of the circles were different. And then what I did was I very lightly went in with this aqua brush pen, just touches here and there, to give a little bit more interest. Then with regard to, oh yes, and all the dots I also did with a Posca pen, the white Posca pen. Around here I also went around with the black and the white. All the shading I did with this color. It's kind of a magenta. All the shading I did with that, this was really a surprise for me. Even here, everywhere where you see some shading, I did with this color pencil. It's a watercolor pencil, but I used it as an ordinary colored pencil. Then I also used my Stabilo All pencil, which is water soluble, and I just drew, as you can see, the whole page is in a very loose style, and I just very loosely drew this branch and the branches over here and the flower and the star. And then I colored the leaves in with a white Posca pen, also here. And I went around, first of all, I forgot to say, first of all I blended it with a water brush. And then I went around with also white Posca pen, and then I simply took this crayon and I scratched over it to get this effect. Over here, when the circle was, the spiral was finished, I just drew with a Posca pen, and I went around with this color aqua brush pen around here and around there, and I blended the color with a water brush. And what else did I do? Yeah, all the rest, all this is drawn with I'm tongue-tied. with an all stabilo pencil, and so I still have to work a little bit here because that's too prominent. So I still have to go with around these branches with a white Posca pen, and then I still want to add. Oh, and I also just took a little bit of white gesso, and with a brush I applied it in certain areas to push certain areas a bit into the background so that the other elements pop a bit more. So that's, oh, and the heart I just drew also around with the all stabilo pencil and white Posca pen, and added some dots. So I'll continue and I'll show you the next. I think the next one, the next clip will be the finished page. See you in a bit. And I'm back again. So what I did now was just to add a little bit more color. I took this new color 2 crayon. It's a turquoise green, and I just scratched on my palette with it, and I applied the paint from there with this brush. So just here and there to add some splashes of a cool color. I also stenciled, as you can see. I used 2 stencils, the small dots that I did with black archival ink, and then I did in white. I just used gesso, and afterwards I went over also with a turquoise color, just with a brush to add a little bit more color. So there's my finished page. Just to end this video, before I end this video, I just want to tell you, in a process like this, you might at some points feel that, oh, this is not working, oh, this is not good, I don't like it. That is absolutely normal. You just need to trust that in the end it will work out. We all go through those moments. I've been doing art journaling since I was little, and you always, it arrives often that I think, wow, this is never going to work, and then in the end I love the page. Remember, it's about the process. It's about having fun in your art journal, expressing yourself, truly expressing yourself from your heart. This is just for you. It's not for someone else. It's your journal. It's your sacred, safe space, and use these moments of art journaling as moments to take care of yourself, to allow yourself anything and everything. So happy creating. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comments area below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet, please do so. That would really be very kind. So see you soon for another video on art journaling. Thank you for watching.